What's going on, my fellow zombies? Yeah, it's a little after 5:30 in the afternoon on a Sunday, the 10th of May, 2026, the Weaver Agency of Roseman, California. You know the schmuck that does the Diary of a Griever named John Weaver, which is me, with her, yeah, bus budget again. All day long we have celebrated, a lot of people probably have, Mother's Day. Celebrating an annual holiday to tell our mothers, yes, you mean a great deal to us. For those who are still living, and then the memories we still have to carry on after their passage. It's a lot of videos. It's a lot of images I go through social media, scrounging up the old images, still resaving them and reposting them. And sometimes the emotional kickback goes in effect there, and yeah, I get triggered, I get stunned, I get flustered on the damn thing, only because I am. Water. How would one celebrate a Mother's Day alive is one thing. How one celebrates another Mother's Day when they're dead is another. I mean, that's the hardest thing I had to deal with ever since my mom's passage back in February of 2013. It's this situation where I'm constantly trying to reinvent myself. Hold on. I'm just trying to get some stuff taken care of here. Yeah. She's fussing like crazy. It's just a power cord transfer, and I'm still having my computer giving me the old images saying, yes, it's connected, yes, it's connected, yes, it's connected. I'm telling it, shut up already. Damn, you're a pain in the ass. Ugh. Sorry about that. When they're living, we can ask them if they are mobile, they're able. Would they be able to join us at an outing? Would they be joining us in something to do something? To have something fixed? To go to a different place? Or stay home and have a favorite meal? And for my family, when Ma was still alive and mobile, we would try to go out each Mother's Day. My brother and I, let me turn this around here, give you a clarification. When Big Brother and I forget one Mother's Day or one birthday, we don't forget it throughout the entire year. We are reamed by Ma. Trust me, when you tick off a mother that bad, oh, yeah, I can only give that kind of expression about it. My feelings towards it should have been the most special day of the entire year. However, I treated it as not. Because David, I forgot one time for Mama, and then another year, I think year before, after, we forgot Mother's Day. I mean, Mother's Day and birthday? No, two days in our household you do not. Otherwise, you just might as well do. Because she has a way of getting back at you. So let's say if David and I didn't screw up. A backyard barbecue, maybe? Invite friends over for the Mother's Day. Invite a few others that we know. Maybe go out, Sizzlers, and enjoy. No, they enjoy steak and lobster. Mom, actually, she wouldn't do the lobster. She'd do the all-you-can-eat shrimp. And trust me, that woman can find ways of hiding the rest of the leftover shrimp and carry it home with her, and she'd enjoy it at home. However, she wouldn't be able to deal with soggy toast. Except we actually used the toaster, and we would be able to retoast the Sizzler's famous toast. And me, I wouldn't have any leftovers. Being a bigger boy, a lot skinnier, but a very active digestive system, I would have been able to handle a steak and either medible chicken or hibachi chicken. I would have been able to handle the french fries or rice pilaf. But before that, I'd be handling the salad bar at that point. A long time ago, with a skinnier girth, I had the system for it. But we had to save up for that one. Mom would have to not just trip over to Sizzlers, but just to go over to the local mall and bum around. We'd make it an all-day thing. A harder thing becomes when she is no longer there, and it changes the whole of the dynamic a great deal, to where my brother and I wouldn't be able to afford such luxuries or things like that. And we would have to find different activities for it. The first year was hard enough. Losing Ma, getting kicked out of an apartment complex. No, I think before that it was almost getting just as bad because Ma wasn't able to get up out of a hospital bed for about a year and a half, or almost two, something like that. Memories. And we would bring special dinners, or just regular dinners and call them special enough, into her bedroom and share them with her. She loved her bacon and eggs, and toast, and grapefruit, and coffee. You have to have coffee. In the cabinet up here in the third level, her cup rests. A memorial and a tribute that I don't touch ever. She had used that for so many decades. We found him at a pick and save one time, doing shopping near our home in Granada Hills. And she loved, there were two cups just like it, and she got them. One got busted years later, and the other one I'm still holding on to with dear life. Anyway, it's hard for me to celebrate Mama's Day, even after my big brother's gone, and we couldn't have celebrated Mama's Day. We tried, but it was very difficult emotionally for us. Not that we could have gone anywhere, anyway. Maybe we could have fixed a special meal. But for the most part, it didn't happen that way. So I couldn't deal with it. After he passes. This month is going to make it hard because this is my brother's birthday month. But it's also Mama's time for sharing and treating things special. I've been dealing with this dog, this Mama. I've been dealing with her a great deal. A lot more. Because this Mama is one I have to worry about on a constant basis. Her ears driving her crazy, so she's wandering around all over the place trying to stick a head in just to get some relief on both ears. She's got an appointment coming up. I'll be able to tell them what's going on. It's not just the right ears, it's both ears. And I'll tell her that I've got this place blocked up with cardboard and other things to keep her from getting into areas, and yet she'll still get into a little bit of the areas, stick her head in there and start whining like crazy because she can't deal with it. Part of the dementia that she has. I know I'm dealing with dementia directly with her. The country in itself is dealing with something that we already voted in a long time ago. We can't get rid of, and he's doing some stupids. Iran tried to make a deal sweet enough for us to bow out graciously. Trump don't want to do that. No, he wants the war to continue at his pace, at his will, and they will bow to him. If I have the Iranian government watching this, there may be a lot of things to say my country will probably vocalize about how things are between the world and you and the United States, and how we have a gas bag. We stuck on stupid at the time in the first place. Yeah, I'll admit it, he shouldn't have attacked in the first place. But in his dementia and the others following his pathway are so convinced that you guys are the evil beings that he's more than willing to cause more hell in a handbasket, more chaos and confusion, and more death. Blame it all on you. And at the time, before the attacks happened, I know you had your proxies in different areas giving Israel grief. I know there's a lot of war hawks who are turning into Trumplicans and not quite sure about the transformation. And they're not quite sure what the hell to do in both chambers of the House of Congress. Haig's death has been on a rampage. He may have had military training a long time ago, but it doesn't show. He's on a glorified hunt to feed not just Trump's ego, but his own a great deal. The whole administration is all about ego. That we screwed ourselves over one way or another. And yeah, we did. We did. The United States. All the good intentions we had tried to do throughout our lifetime, and we're still working on. We're still a bunch of screwed up people. And I imagine you probably feel the same way, but you're not going to publicly say it, so I'll just say it for you. But there are some things I don't cross. Remember the guy named Salman Rushdie? That being said on that one. Enough said on that one. In our country, it seems like the so-called conservatives are turning into frickin' right-wing nut jobs. They want religion to be totally running things. Understandably, in your sense, in your form of government, it is important. May not like it over here, may not understand it. At least I acknowledge that you have differences of ruling things and running things. May not agree with all of it, but I acknowledge. Doesn't make me a traitor, it just makes me trying to figure out things in the world. Probably they would say I'm not 100% American and I should. Yeah, well, if I happen to look at it in a worldly history situation here, I mean, I had been going to college, Western colleges, at least online, at least one or two. First one, I screwed up 2 years, right after high school. Years later, after Mom passed away, I'm still doing a community college. 10 years, 2 classes at a time, when possible. in person or online these days. Mostly online because I'm dealing with her. She wants. The world wants as well. They want everything. And she's just stressing. She's stressing. It'll be her time one way or another. And if you're a dog owner, maybe you would feel the same way too. Some things I'd rather not go through, but I've been through too many of them on my lifetime. Being a true American is something we were still taught something a long time ago in our classrooms. As I got older, some things have to be re-examined and re-evaluated. I got a government that doesn't want to deal with the darkness of everything, of the darker nature of our country. But unfortunately, that's part of our heritage. And the mistakes we've made because of our own ego, hubris, and arrogance, our own vanity and ego. Did I say ego enough? Got a president who wants to build up more and more ego, wants to feed that beast of his. And he's more than willing to do it. He's going to run right over you guys. The one thing that scares the living crap out of me. We may have ancient technology, but the damn thing's still in the silos, if you catch my drift. And the things I'm afraid of, when you talked about that glow, I would tell you folks of the international community of Iran and other countries that we are in the age of World War III. My own observations, my own thoughts on these things. That yes, I am not screaming and yelling and thumping my chest that we should. No, because after learning too much, there were expressions in our books, probably from people who have grew too much in knowledge and wisdom and said that every time, well, he who increases knowledge increases sorrow. Someone probably thought of Shakespeare or the Bible. Probably one of the two anyway, or both. But the more I keep looking at what we're going through right now, the worse I feel about it. But these things I have to put into record anyway. This is not to depress people. We already depress people enough anyway. We are oppressed by our stupidity that we voted into the cabinet. I will not denigrate or desecrate the system that we grew up under. I still hold true and firm to those. It's just the selections that we keep putting into office. Sometimes we have a 50-50 shot of things working out or things going hell in a handbasket. You flip a coin on that one. I gotta take care of she who must be obeyed. That being said,